Hello students, good morning to all of you. Welcome back to the lecture series of Effective Technical Communication. Till now we have started chapter number 2, that is technical writing. In that technical writing we have completed what is technical writing, then we have studied about different C's of technical writing. 5 C's we have studied. After that we have started topic number 1, that is report writing. Okay. So we studied about the objectives, why it is necessary to write the report. Then we also studied what are the different formats of report. So the first one is pre-printed form, second one is memorandum form, third one is letter format, and the fourth one is manuscript form. Okay. In this video lecture, we are going to study about the fourth type of report format, that is manuscript format. So let us study in detail manuscript format. See, as we have seen before, the reports are based on their size, that long reports, short reports, we have to follow some formats. Talk about the memo format. Then memo format is a short report, and that is to be written for the employees of the same organization. And second one was letter format. That is also one short format, but that we are writing for and that is to be written for the employees of the another companies or another organizations, right? Okay. Now next is manuscript. Manuscript format is a type of report that is long, that is lengthy, right? Compared to the other reports, this report is considered to be very lengthy. The length of this report can be about 100 pages. It can go about 150 pages, depends. Right, so we can say this format is generally used for long and formal reports. Whenever you want to write long and formal reports, then we have to use manuscript format. Okay, length can be up to several pages. Okay, the best example of this type of report in manuscript format is the project report, or we can also call it as the design engineering report that you are going to make in this semester, right? Okay, fine. So what are the main elements of this type of format? Let us study one by one. Okay, the first one is cover page. In cover page, there is no need to mention anything except you have to only mention the name of the project, and you have to also keep some logos. Logos in the sense, if you are working in any company, then you have to keep the logo of your company. Or if you are making a project in college, right, so you have to keep the logo of that particular college. Next is the title page. Now what is there in a title page? In title page, you have to mention the name of the project. You have to also mention the logos. You have to also mention your name. For example, you are making this project in the 3rd semester. Then you have to also mention that we are making this project for design engineering. For example, if you are making a project report for 7th semester, then you have to give the title of your project. Then you have to also mention your name, your enrollment number, then who is your guide, then you have to also mention the HOD name. So each and everything it should be mentioned in the title page. Okay, and you have to also mention the date of submission. Then comes the certificate. Now what is included in the certificate? The certificate will simply show that you have completed the particular project with the duration. For example, the total duration of completion of the project is 4 weeks. Then you have to mention that so and so project has been done by this particular person. Okay, these are the details of that particular student. These are the details of the project. Okay, the duration, and you have to take the signature of your guide, your HOD, right? So that certificate will ensure that the project has been completed. Okay. Now next is acknowledgement. Now what is the meaning of acknowledgement? Acknowledgement means you have to show some gratitude towards the persons who have helped you in making this project. Okay, if you have made some project, your HOD, your guide has helped you, right? If any external mentor is there from any another company, if he or she has helped you, then you have to show some gratitude towards them. You have to write some word of thanks for them, and that is known as acknowledgement. Okay, then comes the table of contents. You have to make an index. You have to make a table of contents in which each and every topic and subtopic is to be mentioned with the serial number. For example, if chapter number 1 is introduction, topic number 1 is introduction, then you have to write 1 introduction. If there are subtopics in that, then you have to mention 1.1, 1.2, 1.3 and so on. So in this way we have to divide the whole contents in the form of table. You have to mention the page numbers as well, right? You have to mention the start page and end page, right? Because if anybody wants to go to that particular topic, then from the table of contents, from the index, he or she can be able to know that if I want to see the project diagram, then project diagram is mentioned in this unit, in this chapter, and this is the page number, right? So table of contents will include the sections, subsections, or we can say topics, subtopics and so on. Next comes the abstract. Now what is the meaning of abstract? So we can say abstract is a small version of your project report. By just reading the abstract, one can be able to know that what is the basic idea behind this project. Okay, a short description of your project is known as abstract. A brief summary of your project is known as abstract, and it should contain all the important aspects, right? Then comes introduction. In introduction, you have to mention some of the history. Okay, history and main objectives, and which are the basic requirements of the project, that is also to be mentioned in the introduction. Then data analysis. See, this thing is very much important for any project because there are lots of data required to perform any project, to complete any project, right? For example, if you are doing any experiments, then you have to show the readings of that experiments, you have to show the observations, you have to show the photographs during which you were performing the practicals, right? So these all things are important. Then you have to also mention the materials, which are the materials required, which are the tests performed, where you have performed the test. So each and every data is to be analyzed. So you have to show some statistical data, that is known as data analytics, right? Then next is conclusion. Now what is the meaning of conclusion? You already know that conclusion is the final outcome of the project. We have deduced something from the observation. Whatever we have observed, we have deduced that thing, and that is to be mentioned in the conclusion. Then recommendation. Who has recommended this project, or you want to recommend someone for that particular project, that will be included in the recommendations. Then appendix. What is appendix? Appendix is a supplementary material that is used and it is attached at the end of the completion of the project report, end of the completion of the project report. So appendix means supplementary material usually used. So from where you have got this, from where you have get these ideas, right? So that is to be mentioned in the appendix. And the last one is references and bibliography. Now what is the meaning of this? References and bibliography means which websites you have referred, which research papers you have referred, which books you have referred. So each and everything, each and every source of information of your particular project is to be mentioned in the references and bibliography. Okay, see, it is not like the sequence should be same like this. These are the elements of the project report. See, these elements will definitely help you in making the design engineering report, and it will also help you in the formation of the project report that you are going to make in the 7th semester. Okay. The next topic of this chapter is technical proposal. Now, what is the meaning of proposal? Proposal means we are proposing something new to anyone. So, technical proposal. So, technical proposal is a written report to suggest something new from whatever is already existing. For example, you are working in any company. If you have some idea, if you have some innovative idea, right? Your company is working and it is following a particular process that is being used from last many years. And if you want to change that process, okay, and if you want that your new idea should be imposed on that particular process, then you have to write a technical proposal in which you are suggesting something new that is already existing. So that is known as technical proposal, and technical proposal is to be written in type of report. Okay, what actually it contains? It is a document which contains a plan of your project and how you are going to execute it and all the details of the deal. Okay. Now, one important thing regarding this is this should be always convincing in tone, because we want to change the process. We want to imply something new. So it should be convincing, right? Okay. Which are the main characteristics of technical proposal? If you are writing a technical proposal, so there are some characteristics that you have to follow. Which are that characteristics? Let us study one by one. The first thing is, it should be neat and attractive. It should be neat and attractive. Whatever you are trying to deliver, whatever you are trying to say to your boss or your higher authority, then if you are writing a technical proposal, then technical proposal should be neat and attractive. Second thing is, it should be in a proper format and the sequence should be maintained. It should be in a proper format. We have already talked about the format. Now, for example, if you are making a report, right? If you are preparing a PPT for the report, then you have to follow a particular format. For example, if you are keeping the font size 14 in the heading, then in each and every page of that particular report, you have to maintain that particular size. So the format should be uniform. Okay, there is no need to change the format, otherwise it will not look attractive, right? The third one, we have to keep in mind what is the actual need of the problem, what is the actual need, what is the actual solution. If you are proposing to any client, right? If you are proposing to any client, then you have to focus on the actual need of the client. Okay, it should match the requirement of the particular client. Okay, so that is also important. As I told you, it shall be written in the convincing tone because we have to change the whole process, we have to change the whole idea, we have to change the whole methodology that is being used from last so many years. So it is very much important that you have to collect the facts regarding this. You have to research you have to do some research work. So each and everything you have to first of all collect, the information is to be collected, and then after you have to write the technical proposal. Last but not the least, it should be clear, concise and factual. So these things we have to keep in mind when we are writing any technical proposal. So these are the characteristics of technical proposal. Okay. Next one is, what is the format of writing a technical proposal? Okay. See, it is almost similar to the technical report. In technical report, there are 4 types of formats. In this also, we can use 3 formats: memo format, then letter format and manuscript format. Okay, the formats will be almost same, but only differences are, if we are writing the technical proposal in the manuscript format, then the certificate will be removed. There is no need to attach the certificate for that. Okay, and the data analysis. The data analysis part will include some extra topics like statement of the problem, the proposed plan, then merits and demerits. Each and everything is to be mentioned in the data analysis part. Okay, so this is regarding the technical proposal. In next lecture, we will study more topics of this chapter. Till then, have a good day. Bye-bye.